So I'm just editing this video right now, and I just want to say this is all my own opinion. Don't take it personally if you you want to make it more than Breath of the Wild. It's my opinion. Just enjoy the video. Don't go after me like Breath of the Wild is worse. There's not going enough time. Don't.
What's up everyone, my name is Sis and today I'm going to rank my favorite Zeldas of all time. I'm going to do this because I want an answer. I want to be able to say that's my favorite Zelda. If this comes to it, then I'm going to look like a fool, you know. Like, what's your favorite Zelda? I don't want that, so I'm going to rank them now. It's going to be hard because I love Zelda and I love all these games. If the game is not on it, that doesn't mean I don't like it. It's just not my top 10. I haven't finished some of these games, but I'm going to see if I like the process of playing it more than how I felt after defeating it. Some I have played through it, like Breath of the Wild, Wind Waker, Sky of Sword. The big 3D games I played through it, but I'm going to see. Well, I'm going to rank them. Let's get into it. Number 10 is the original Zelda on the NES. I played originally on the Game & Watch. I loved it. First of all, I love what it started because this was the start of the Zelda series, and it's my favorite game series of all time. So I love what it started. I love what it means. It was just a little bit confusing. I beat it with a guide because what they try to do on map is just pixels basically, and it's a little bit confusing where you need to go in the beginning. But as long as you basically need to draw at the wall some bombs, and it's really fun when it started, but I'm not going to play it again soon. Maybe later on, but we'll see. Number 9 is Link's Awakening. It's very creative what it does. Yeah, you also don't know from the beginning. It's canon. I played it first on the Game Watch. I'm looking to buy it on the actual Game Boy and on the Switch. I think it's a little bit more enjoyable on the Switch, but overall it's still a very enjoyable time. Next up, probably a very unpopular opinion, but number 8 is Majora's Mask. I know a lot of people like Majora's Mask, but yeah, I didn't like it really that much, if I were honest. I don't know, it just didn't grab me like other Zelda games did. That's why that's on the list, but still a great game. A lot of people like it, and I understand why they like it, but it's honestly not for me. It's also a little bit so creepy, and what you see in the game is creepy, but if you look deeper into it, it's only getting more creepy and creepy, and that's why I don't really like it, because I don't like that creepy. But I am planning on beating Majora's Mask, but yeah, not now at least. When I come around and beating all the Zelda games, like Wind Waker. I haven't beaten Wind Waker yet. I'm playing through that now, so yeah. It was very creative with how they managed to build this game in 3 years time for a Zelda game, especially on N64. And basically they used old assets from Ocarina of Time, which I'm going to talk about later, to create a whole new game. And that's probably why they have returning characters are completely different characters. So yeah, I think fun game, not for me. That was my number 8. Yeah, let's go. So next one is Link to the Past. I don't have it with me because I use it on Nintendo Switch Online. I'm not going to play Link to the Past. Maybe if I buy it like on the SNES, maybe. I love it because it's like it was a huge step forward in the Zelda franchise. So it's very good. If you like this retro, and like love this style because it's like enjoyable style. I love looking at it, like staring at the screen while not doing anything. I love that. So yeah, I think you should do that. I'm planning on beating it when I get around to buying it eventually, but yeah, not now. But when I was playing it, I thought like very creative bosses with like awesome, very creative puzzles with like the limitation that the Super Nintendo had. They created awesome bosses and awesome. It was awesome looking at it, just staring at the screen. But yeah, I'm not going to get mad at me playing it solo. Number 6 is Link Between Worlds. I adore this game. I played it to death. I beat it in like the first week or so love it. It's very creative what it does. I love the concept of like traveling between low roll and high roll, and like switching from 2D to 3D, and like going onto walls. I thought it was very creative. I put a creative spin on Zelda at home. It's like Link to the Past but better, for me at least. It has some limitations with being on the 3DS, but it did like an awesome job working with it. It's very creative what it does, and I think you should really buy it. If you're looking to buy a Zelda game for the 3DS, I will buy this one or the next one on the list, Link to the Past, Link Between Worlds. Amazing game. Number 5 is Ocarina of Time. I adore Ocarina of Time. I played it on the N64. I played it on 3DS, but I beat it on 3DS. I love this game. It was again a huge step forward in the Zelda series. And if you notice a trend, the Zelda series likes adding new stuff and stepping forward into gaming. So if a new Zelda game comes out, most of the time it's like very innovative. So yeah. And this one was innovative by every means of the world. First game in 3D from Zelda, it was masterpiece. Low on this list because I felt like other games were better. This mainly because of just the art style. I like the art style, but it's like getting outdated a little bit. But yeah, it's still very good. And bosses are amazing. But why do they always need to show that butts? Always. Why? I swear, half of Ocarina of Time is butts. Especially for bosses. But yeah, still, and the awesome camera fight was not much camera fight. The best camera fight they had. It's also when we started with the little more cinematic with their fight, like they from Link to the Past, just felt like, yeah, it's a boss, but like it's not the huge ending you would hope. But like Ocarina of Time, it felt like, oh, this is the real shit. So yeah, great game, love it, adore it. If you want to buy it, do it, but on the 3DS. It's better on the 3DS in my opinion. Very great. Alright, next entry in my tier list, whatever you want to call it. Legend of Zelda, Twilight Princess. I love this game because like it has like the dark of Majora's Mask, but like not creepy or anything. Like Majora's Mask creepy mixed with like the Ocarina of Time fun and enjoyable moment. It's like unexpectedly dark in this game, and it's fair out. It took me a long time to beat this game. I could not figure out where to find those stairs and like Zora's domain. It took me so long. I beat it with a guy. I was not able to do this alone. I also played it through with a friend, like on a call, and she was playing it on a game, on her game. I was playing on my game, and yeah, very enjoyable. The only thing that I have complained is like the art style. It didn't really age well with me, but yeah, it's still enjoyable to play. Also with the HD release is fine. It's HD, but like it still doesn't feel like a huge step in graphics or anything. So yeah, love it, but art style didn't really age as well. But despite that, it has great story, awesome fights, creative design. I love the Beyblade thing that with like where you need to find that one giant dragon skull. I love that fight. It's like its only thing is like Beyblade thingy. It's like very underused, and I don't like that. It's like it has some awesome ideas for like item, but it doesn't sometimes really execute it well. But Wolflink was a creative spin on the series and the story, and it leads to more creative designs, and I love it because my number 4 is Zelda Wind Waker. Awesome game. Don't get why people don't like this game, but it's just like I think it's because it was like cartoony while people wanted like a more darker game like Twilight Princess. But creative game, the world seems like big and it takes like 5 to 10 minutes to get like through the whole map. It doesn't seem crazy, but when you need to travel between the islands, it felt massive. But yeah, I like the world design. It's creative and being like, no, Hyrule sank, and now it's fully water. I've no idea how they fix it like later Zeldas. Don't know anything about that one. But like, awesome game. Creative bosses design. I love the Red Lion of however he's called. I love that guy. I don't really got anything bad to say about it. The only thing in Trent, like every time a boss doesn't feel like it isn't creative. In a few games, like the next game on this list, I feel like they are like a little bit lackluster bosses, but like this doesn't have any of it. It just like the difficulty can be a little bit higher, and it also feels like sometimes the game forces it to be longer. Like when you use your sword in the beginning of the game and you need to sneak through the castle to get the sword. Sometimes it feels like it forces you to be slower, but yeah, otherwise very fun game, very creative, very pleasing to look at this game. Yeah, beat it on almost beating it on Wii U. Haven't played it on the original, so yeah, it's just cheaper for me to buy this one game instead of the original. Next one, very unpopular opinion. A lot of people don't like this game because of the motion controls, and you probably already know which one I'm talking about. It's Skyward Sword. love Skyward Sword. I've played it on the Switch. I don't have the Wii version because I felt like I already have this version, so I don't really need to buy it on the Wii. But yeah, loved it. It's like, alright, the motion controls can be a little bit tedious sometimes, and sometimes funky, letting me like throwing my controllers across the room. Did that, but sometimes I wanted it to do that. But very creative, and like if you don't like it, and if you play the Switch version, just switch over to like button controls. I played through it with button controls. Amazing. It's just like the ending is like, here is like the end of the world, and you beat it and boom, done. It just felt like, here's the end of the world, boom, beaten like 5 minutes. That's why I don't like the ending, and sometimes the bosses feel like they like wanted them to be goofy. But I have my good laughs with those bosses. But yeah, loved it. Despite all those complications and negatives about this game, loved it because I played it with a friend like Twilight Princess I discussed earlier. But yeah, I don't know. I just really adore this game. So yeah. I also like it's the beginning of Zelda and 3 to 10, like by the time Breath of the Wild, it's like millennia ago, like 10,000 years ago. It's like the Great Calamity was like the first Great Calamity, what we think is the first Great Calamity, and before that is like hundreds of thousands of years ago, maybe, I don't know the lore. But it's crazy to think that this is the first, chronologically, the first Zelda game. But yeah, really great. One of my favorite games of all time. The next game is really my favorite game of all time. And that's in Strangeless. Nothing. Who wasn't expecting this on my list? And first place. You should have realized like this game hasn't come out. Hasn't come on my list. It's one of the best games, one of the most innovative. First game into like open worlds. I felt like they always tried with open world, like Wind Waker, like the original Zelda. They always tried to do they also tried to do open world, but they never were able to do the hardware concerns. But I'm of course talking about Zelda Breath of the Wild. Love this game. I always felt like they wanted to go open world with Zelda, but they never were able to, like hardware concerns. Like the Wii is very underpowered, the NES overpowered. Like it looked good in the time, but wasn't able to go fully open world. Like Wind Waker got close, but like not like little. What I'm trying to say is like it finally got to be an open world game. They always tried to, but never was able to. So yeah, I love this game. Every time I was like running through the world, I found like another shrine of another card. I love finding new cards and like new shrines. I'm like maybe like 50 shrines in, and not like 70 to go. But I'm like, oh wait, I'm not even halfway done with completing it. Like also the memories, it lacks a bit of story, and like I feel that's good for the game, because if they would have done a little bit more story, they like it would have been hard to go open world. It's like you need to go this place to this place to this place, and this game is like you can do however you want to beat the game. If you first want to do Formato, you can do it. If you have Varida, if you want to do that first, you can. Yeah, it loosely tells you need to do that, and that, but it doesn't force anything upon you. Just like first in the Kakariko village, you talk to Emperor, I think it is, and then you can do whatever. That's the only thing I felt like it's forcing me to do this. I love how free it is. It took me a while to beat this game. I was constantly like getting sidetracked. Like I need to get far to that greater village, but I see this awesome shrine. I can do that also, and then with that shrine I see another shrine. I think like I would just keep around, and I think like, oh, now I'm going to do it. I'm on the other side on the map. Happened way more often than I would have liked it to. Also, the puzzles weren't hard. Like some puzzles felt like, oh shit, I need to really think about this. But still, I love this game. My favorites are like the Divine Beast. It's very creative, and like the Sheikah Slate and like everything like so carefully put together. Like I think like, oh yeah, this like game of the century. That's maybe a little bit too much of an exaggeration of how it is there, but yeah, I'm really excited for Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I hope they don't change too much about like the how to how they you play it, and I think like it can be very creative. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom with how it does things like Zelda. It feels like it's going to feel like Skyward Swords more. So yeah, I'm really excited. But love Zelda's Breath of the Wild. World building is amazing. It has so many side quests. I'm like 20% complete. I still need to like 8% of the game before I can complete it. So if you want the Zelda game, do this one. That was my favorite. That was my Zelda tier list. For now, maybe I'll go change it like later, in like a year, maybe 2 years. So yeah, I hoped you liked this video. I hope to see you again in like for the next video, and stay positive.